Hello, my name is Sue Clark-Wittenberg from Ottawa, Ontario, Canada. I am here to tell you that psychiatry is the biggest medical fraud out there today. Why? I was psychiatrized for 18 years from 1972 to 1990. During that time I was given 15 bogus psychiatric diagnoses or labels. I was given 14 different types of psychiatric medications during those 18 years. I have been free of psychiatry since 1990. I have never felt better in all my life. I had electroshock given to me in 1973. I was 17 years old. I was given electroshock against my will. My heart stopped on my 5th electroshock. I live to tell the story. Electroshock left me with permanent memory loss, and I have difficulty learning new things. If you can't learn because you can't remember, you can't get a good job without a good education. That happened to me. I went to Carleton University in 1995. I couldn't remember what I was learning, so I couldn't get the education I needed to get a good job. Psychiatrists use this book called DSM IV, called Diagnostic and Statistical Manual of Mental Disorders. There are 300 mental disorders in that book, ranging from everything from stuttering, smoking cigarettes, nightmares, and to grieving. We could all fit into one of those categories somehow. There is no tests, no scientific proof that mental illness exists, but routinely many psychiatrists use this bogus book. It can have serious consequences having a so-called mental disorder when you go to court, like with Children's Aid. People's kids can be taken away because of their so-called mental bogus disorder. I never had any kids. I'm glad that never happened to me, but it has happened. A couple I knew lost their kid because they were both deemed with the bogus label of being schizophrenics. There's no such thing. Thomas Zass wrote a book called The Myth of Mental Illness, a good book to read. Dr. Peter R. Breggin, B-R-E-G-G-I-N, a psychiatrist from New York State, wrote a book called Toxic Psychiatry. Dr. Peter R. B-R-E-G-G-I-N, Breggin.com. Great websites, and Zass's website, Zass.com, S-Z-A-S-Z.com. Electroshock is not okay. Electroshock always causes brain damage. Electroshock is given to women over 60 years old and given to women with postpartum depression. I had electroshock and almost killed me. There are many human rights violations in psychiatry. With their bogus mental disorders and their toxic psychiatric drugs, they do a lot of damage to a lot of people, psychiatrists. Most. Psychiatry is being exposed by people like me every day, all over the world, with websites, with testimonies, with books, with films, with documentaries. More of it has to be done. Psychiatry is unethical and inhumane, their practices. Their electroshock, psychiatric bogus diagnosis, using toxic psychiatric drugs, and electroshock, which always causes brain damage 100% of the time. The time has come to let people know, who you know, tell them. Walking into a psychiatric ward for treatment, or ward, inpatient or outpatient, is a very dangerous thing to do. It can damage you very much like it did me. Thank you very much. Goodbye.